You know what? I'm going to tie it in with a song from if you're old like me, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. A great group from the 80s, you could also, obviously the 70s. That's basically, I believe that's when they started the 70s. A group called Chicago. And they had a hit in the 80s called Look Away. Baby, look away. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for tuning in. The Northwest MLS just came out with its data for the month of August. And for you sellers out there, oh gosh, I wish I had great news for you, but it's been the same thing since the start of the year. In fact, you know what? I'm going to tie it in with a song from if you're old like me, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. A great group from the 80s, you could also, obviously the 70s. That's basically, I believe that's when they started the 70s. A group called Chicago. And they had a hit in the 80s called Look Away. Baby, look away. Now, I'm not going to sing the data like Peter Cetera, but I will tell you that it's the same, it's a broken record, right? Same thing we've seen since the start of the year. We're continuing to see, more inventory, which is great for you buyers out there, but buyers are not interested in buying them right now. They're still waiting, and that means that median sales price continue to drop while the days on market continues to rise. In fact, in one area, Seattle, which I'm going to show you in a short bit, it's amazing how many days on market the average for that area is, and it's just all across the board, to be honest with you. Now, looking at the numbers, if you look at from July 2025, just a short while ago, a couple of months ago, to August 2025, we saw an decrease in the amount of listings by as much as 2.7%, okay? And it's also the trend, right? We're also here in the month of August, but that also contributes to a drop in the amount of sales for August from July to August by as much as 7.7%. Now, if you look at a bigger chunk of data, we're looking at 12 months from August 2024 to August 2025, we did see an increase in the amount of inventory by 31% as sellers are out there hoping to grasp a desperate little buyer, but it's not working as much because sales dropped during that 12-month period by as much as 5.7%. So not looking good. Why? Well, as we all know, different factors. And in fact, I had two of my viewers chime in my last video, and I always welcome any of you guys to kind of throw it out there. At Veronica Shields 4405 says, tech layoffs, is really, layoffs really hurt the market right now. They're laying people off. You don't have the people with the high wages to buy the properties. Let people that don't make six figures are less able or less willing. That's the word I'm looking for. Willing to take a chance with this unstable market right now. It's really the people that make six figures that if they save their money are more willing to take a chance if they've saved their money. And also at SMAR, S-M-A-R 5812, he basically said, and it's the truth. Think about it this way: is that when one economy really heavily relies on one industry, like we do here in the Seattle area, tech, and they're laying people off, well, that's you don't have those people to buy homes out there, especially the ones that require a six-figure salary. So, guys, thanks so much for us putting those comments down there. I'm going to now look at the data. I'm going to share the data with you for King County, Snohomish County. I'm going to also take you here to the Seattle area, and also the Eastside in the one area. I'll tell you what it is. Mercer Island, which distinguished itself in a really bad way for the month of August. For all you people that own a home out there thinking about selling on Mercer Island, oh, baby, look away. All right. Now, guys, real quick before I continue, greatly appreciate subscribing to my channel. Maybe throw in a comment. I'd love to hear from you. Tell me what your thoughts or concerns are with the market and what you hope it's going to look like in the next couple of weeks, next month, or maybe in a year or so. Greatly appreciate that. And also, I said subscribing, also turn on notifications every time I pop in a video. Then that way you know that I dropped one in. It might be that one video that might help you or make some kind of decision when it comes to real estate. All right, let's start it off. Enough blah, blah, blah by me. Now, we're going to start off here with King County. So here are the numbers for King County. And the new listings, I'll tell you the one that really sticks out for me is, okay, before I continue, August. And I'm only doing residential. I'll do the condos next week, comparing 2025 to 2024. When you look at the amount of new listings from 1 year, it's not that much of a drop in 12 months, right? It's basically flat. But when you compare it month to month, this number was actually 2445 in the month of July. And year over year from July was a 10% increase year over year. That was July, all right? So we did see a drop right there. Amount of closed sales, 1556 in the month of July. It was 1588, so still keeping on that trend, but year over year is a drop of 7%. The other one that really stood out to me is days on market. Like I said, it continues to increase. Look at this. In 2024, in August 2024 is 19. This is now 28. It jumped from 25 in the month of July, a whopping increase of 47%. So sellers, again, I've said it. Yeah, I know you have a little, you have a home, a little, 2-bedroom, and you want $1 million for it. That's not going to happen in this market if you don't price it right. Remember, the value of your home is what somebody's willing to pay for it. Buyers are willing to pay for it. So make sure you price it right. It doesn't stay on the market 28, 30 days, 35 days, maybe even 2 months, right? Which we've seen a lot. Median sales price, just under $1 million. And that number is one that's dropped from the month prior by a short bit, by about $500. The other number that really stood out is the inventory of home sales, 3,993, okay? Inventory of homes for sale, rather. Total inventory that are for sale. The month prior was 4,300. Now, moving on now to Snohomish County. Here are your numbers for Snohomish County. New listings, a decrease year over year by as much as 2.3%. The month prior, we saw this number was 968. Also remember, it is August, so things really slow down in the month of August as people take their last gasp or their last opportunity to enjoy their vacation time. Looking at days on market, as I said, look at 30 days on the market. 30 days on the market in Snohomish County for residential homes. That number was 25 days, just 30 days prior. Looking at the median sales price, $784, $725, or $785,000. Year over year, it's an increase, slight increase of just over 1%. When you look at the number for July, $825,000. $825,000, look at the drop from July to now August. Inventory of homes for sale, 1615. The month prior, 1620, and then you see the month of supply of inventory at 2.5. Now let's take you out to the Seattle area. Again, this is what the Northwest MLS considers the Seattle area. All the way, if I said this many times, just in case you're watching me for the first time. This is Lake City. There you see Magnolia. This is all the White Center, just above White Center, West Seattle, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so here are your numbers for Seattle, the Seattle residential market, August 2025, and even $1 million median sales price. Year over year is an increase by as much as 7.5%. That number in the month of July, a $10,000 difference is $1,010,000. Total active listings, 1,187. The month prior was 1,305. But when you look at year over year, because this is what these numbers are, increase of 18%. Pending sales, you have it right there. This number was 636 in the month of July, so everything going down, 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 down from the month prior. Amount sold, as you see, amount 527. In the month of July is 573, so it's the same trend. Everything going down for sellers. Hang in there. Now, take you out to the east side. Here's your east side from Bellevue all the way close towards Leavenworth, up on highway Highway 2. And up by Snoqualmie past. Funny how it just dips and dips right back. When I'm driving, I always see that sign entering, basically leaving King County in a split second. Okay, there you are, your numbers for the east side. Again, residential, $1.5 million year over year. Not too much of a change. When it comes to the month of July, it was $1,500,000, just 1.6 million, rather. Let me take that back. $1.6 million. So that's a big drop right there from month to month. Active listings, 1,407 the month of July. Continues the trend, but this is a whopping number, huh? Year over year, 1,283 from August of 2024. Huge number right there. It's a huge number. A lot of optimism out there by sellers hoping they could snag somebody out there, but not working at all. Sold, you do see the amount of drop, the drop that we see in the amount of sold from 1 month to another, 1 year after another. So see these two numbers, the same thing I said at the top of the video, right? Where I saw that whole trend in Northwest MLS. Increase in active listings, decrease in the amount of sold. And by the way, leading the way of the 27 counties that are represented by the Northwest MLS, King County, Snohomish County, those are the two counties that really affecting the numbers overall. Because we're talking about 27 counties out of 39 that make up the state of Washington, and Northwest MLS only represents 27 of the 39, but it's really King County, Snohomish that are affecting everything. Blame them. Inventory 2.68. Now, as I said at the top of the video, looking for the county that had the biggest drop in the median sales price year over year, I already said it, Mercer Island. You might recall in the month of July, the people that had that awful distinction were the people that were living out in Magnolia and also in Queen Anne. Mercer Island beat them. Guys, whatever. Let me just show you. Here we go. In case you're not sure where Mercer Island, you live here, you know exactly where. If you're not from here, thinking about living here, thinking of buying, call me. But at least I want to educate you before you get out here and start shopping. You know which one of the areas that are affordable, not as affordable, and which are the pretty decent areas, at least in my opinion, okay? Mercer Island is just stuck right there floating in the middle of Lake Washington. They say, I don't know if it's true, but I did hear that Mercer Island has the best school district in the state of Washington. I wouldn't be surprised because Mercer Island is costly, but fabulous place. Okay, here we go. Here are your numbers. And the decrease of the median sales price, 28%. Median sales price. I know if you're not from here, you're like, oh my God. Yeah. Mercer Island, $2,080,000. A decrease by as much as 28% from August of 2024. So those people looking to sell or is currently selling, looking to sell, baby, look away. It's not good. You gotta be optimistic. Hopefully things will change, especially they say now in September. Maybe the Fed's gonna make a cut and mortgage rates will follow. Who knows, right? But let's hope for them, at least for all our fellow people in real estate are looking to sell friends. Buyers, again, a good opportunity. Active listings, an increase of 52% year over year. And by the way, this number, I got ahead of myself. A drop by 28%. This number in 2025 was $2,575,000. I guess that was an important omission that I made there. But I'm adding it right now. That's the staggering. $2,575,000. That's amazing. Okay. Active listings 56. Month prior, that was the 70. And then you have the months on market inventory. The month prior was 212, 350, which that's pretty good for looking to buy out there. I know the numbers are really high, even if you want to buy. It's too expensive to buy out there in Mercer Island, but kudos to you if you could afford it. Guys, if you want me to do your area, you want to know about your area, the numbers, I promise you that I will put in my next video. Just put it down below in the comments. What do you think? What do you think of the market? Where do you think we're going? Is there something that I should add that will help you either make a decision or help you, I guess, ponder a good decision? Good luck, guys.